These are the SS86 Constructicons who form the mighty Devastator. Each of the figures are really solid. I mean, apart from this guy at the back, but you know, they're still like super. They're really, really good set. So just to cut back on the watch time for this video and editing time for me, I'm just going to fly through their transformations and posability, accessories, and yada yada yada. Sign off with the weakest of the set, Bone Crusher. His posability is a bit jank, but he's not the best, but he's not the worst at the same time. Starting off at the head, we've got a little bit up and down, swivel all the way around, arms all the way out that way, 90 degrees, swivel, nothing at the waist, but if you unpeg this you can get ab crunch. you just look so weird. You can do that, but I suppose you could do this, but then it just looks funky, so you know, he ain't the best. Down at the legs, we've got ball joints again. They're screwed in for some reason. You can kind of see it in here. They're kind of screwed in, which is a bit weird. But forwards that far, really good, really good. Backwards that far, again, really good. Out to the side, 90. Swivel on a single mushroom. Unpeg that, you get a 90 degrees. I like how it exposes some detail in there, which is really nice. Ratchet joint for the ankle, which is on 2 clicks. 1, 2. This one is significantly tighter, than this one though. I don't know why that is. I think it's because this has to come down for combine mode and that has to clip into it, but whatever. And you got some like heel and toe movement as well, so that's good. So stop with Bone Crusher. Oh, accessories, I forgot about the accessories. He comes with a single accessory, a blaster. That's yeah. Right, moving on. Go to my second least favourite of the set, Hook. So this is a shame because Hook is one of my favourite Constructicons. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I dig it being on the back here, but I do like the cartoon cab foot that he has. Posability, up, down, little bit of tilt. You can move these up to get a better range of the head, and that head sculpt is a redeeming factor for it. Oh my, that's good. It does get blocked, so out to the side, 90. Forwards that far. Not that much back, but if you take it out a little bit, you can get quite far back. Bicep rotation, that is good compared to the Combiner Wars that didn't have a bicep rotation. Double jointed elbows, but they just look funny, and he's falling over. Nothing at the waist, but I can vouch for that. It's full of hinges for the combined mode, right there. But the knees, it's out of focus. There we go. The legs, forwards, backwards, out to the side, swivel, knee bend, out to the side, which it is quite weak. But you can get it to there, but you have to move it forward because it gets blocked by this. And then also a little bit of tilt forwards. For accessories, you've got the Hook, which comes removed out of the box. It's on a 5mm peg, so you could give it to him if you wanted to, but you can't really hold it. So yeah, put it back on. It can, I forgot to mention the articulation, up, swivel. That can extend quite a fair bit, and the Hook can move. Push that in. There we go. And accessories, let me find it. There we go. Single blaster. Again, it actually is one of the better blasters out of a lot. So let's go. Second, we got Scavenger. Swivel at the head, up, down, down. You could use this as a butterfly joint if you want, but you can't really do it on this side because of the cockpit. For like swivel all the way around because they're on the ball joints. I will say the hollowness on the promo pictures it looked horrible, but I can say when you got it in hand it looks a hell of a lot better. It's out of focus again. There we go. Ball joints, 90, swivel, nothing at the wrist, nothing at the waist, forwards, back, out to the side, swivel, same as Bone Crusher really, but you can't cheat the ratchets. There we go. Ugh. And then for accessories, you get this really nice blaster. Like, I like it. It looks like some Winter Soldier would have from like the Marvel. Got a little side mag. Right. Then moving on to some of the better ones. Scrapper. Up, down, tilts, and like side to side. Up quite far, but it's out of focus again. Why? Stop dying. Right. Swivel all the way around, out. Butterfly joints. 90 degrees. Swivel. Forwards. Back. Out to the side. Swivel again. 90. Tilt. Really good tilt. And then up. He comes with more accessories. A blaster. And then he comes with this. It is separated out of the box, but you just have to do that with it. You can't really hold it, but it's for Devastator, so whatever. Now, Mixmaster. I love this guy. He's so good. Start off, you get... it's a bit hard to reach, but swivel. It's on a ball joint, so up, down, tilt, and turns. The arms are a bit funky. They can go all the way like this, but you can only get them like... That's how focus. You can only get them like this, but if you have them the slightest bit bent, like that, that's fine. If you have it the slightest bit bent, it doesn't go more than that. Bicep rotation, 90 degree bend of a knee, and knee, the elbow. I will say, it goes there, normal hinge, then it ratchets for the combine mode. Just like on Scrapper. I didn't show it on Scrapper, you get that. I much prefer it on Mixmaster compared to what Scrapper has. Hold on, I'll do Scrapper. Than what Scrapper has, because he's really tight. Oh. Single jointed ratchets. I do not like it. I do not like that. Forwards, back, out to the side, swivel, knee bend, ankle tilt. That is a good ankle tilt. I love this thing. Accessories. You get this gun again. Yeah. But he's one of the strongest ones out of the whole set. Now, on to the final. Long Call. This is my favourite out of the set. He does have his weakness, but it's not too bad. Up, down, tilt, swivel. It is a bit hard to reach because of everything and how flat his head is. Swivel, out to the side, 90 degree bend. Swivel is quite tight on mine. Now, his problem, he falls short because these are tight, but what it does, it does this for transformation, but it's secure, but it's just not good enough, if you know what I mean. There's no waist joint, which I don't get. Stability, but, you know, whatever. Forwards, back, out to the side, swivel, knee bend. You can cheat and unpeg the transformation joint and get way past 90. But then you get an ankle tilt and heel. For his accessory, you get this. Which it does come like that out of the box in two separate pieces, but it's for Mixmaster's toe. And then for something else, you get the trailer with the hands and stuff, and then that which just forms the chest piece. Speaking of like trailers and stuff, let's do the transformation. Fold in the hands, rotate these back, fold this down. Look at that detail as well. That is really nice. I love that. Fold this all up, untap this, the head will fold in, fold that back over, fold this over here, which will peg in, and then unpeg these, fold in the feet by the way, unpeg these, tap them together right down there. It is a bit tricky sometimes. There we go. It's just because I'm mentally slow. There we go. Tap that in. Lower these down. And then make sure they tab in underneath here. I'll show you. There we go. On these little purple tabs here, that's where they go. Down and peg in. There we go. Now to bring in the trailer, it goes in this little gap with this. Hold on, I'm slow at this. Bear with me. Yeah. Unpeg, peg together, and there he is, Mixmaster. And there's that too, but whatever. Right. Now let's move on to Scrapper. Scrapper, fold in the hands, fold the arms back. I will say on my copy, he has a little nub. I don't know if you'll be able to see it when I zoom in. He has a little nub right here, which then refrains it from going anywhere past here without putting stress on it, but it can go this way or fine. Fold that back, like we did on the other arm. Pull down the chest, put the head in, rotate, hinge that down. Use the butterfly joints, peg it top, then bottom. It could be a bit tricky. Top, it is a bit weird. Top, it's not pegging in, hold on. It's being awkward, bear with. There we go. Then peg them in here, peg the arms in here. Then open up the feet. Make sure the knees are straight, by the way. Open these, fold it down there. Tap the knees together. And then slot them in here when they do it. When they do it, there we go. And then pretty solid vehicle. What has it done? There we go. That's come undone. There we go. Solid. Now, Bone Crusher. Let's do Bone Crusher next. Bone Crusher. Fold back the arms and tab them in there with those pegs. Is out of focus. There we go. Tap it into that peg there. Now I've seen some people like with that toy guy. He thinks that these are quite tight to do. Well, that's because you need to fold it back all the way. That isn't folded back all the way, that's why it's not going on. You need to fold it back further, then it'll go on quite easy. Fold this down, put the head in, fold it, put that back, it's easier. Then the arms need to be up, then rotate them, oh that came out, rotate them in like that. Do the same on the other side. Then put it down like so. Fold that up, put this down here. It's out of focus again. Why? There we go. And then go up. This bit can be a bit weird. Make sure that pegs in on both. Do the same for the other. Yeah, there we go. Then this goes down, up, and back down. And there's Bone Crusher. Scavenger is quite similar. So just fold these down. I much prefer how they did the legs on Scavenger. These are way better than Bone Crusher. Fold in the hands. Fold these down. Unpeg them. Fold this down. Fold in the head. Fold out the cockpit. It's a bit stiff. You need to do this side. This side quite different to the other one. Fold it out. Fold it up. Straighten that. Fold it back down. You need to do it in that specific order or it will not work. Then just repeat for the other side. Hold on, I'm a bit slow. There we go. Now I'll just fold these over and make sure they go in. And then like that is solid in comparison to Combiner Wars. I love doing that. Back and forth. Hook. Let's do hook. Unpeg these. Peg them down there. Peg the legs together. Peg the arms. You do not fold in the hands. That is for combine mode only. Then hinge the arms up. Hinge the arms up. There we go. Hinge this back. And make sure they tab in on the arms. Then accordion these up again. Make sure like scrapper with the legs are straight, especially the knees, or else it will not work. There we go. That's there. And then the feet, they are going to go in here and separate the arms, and then it's going to go into the arms because there's a little peg on the side right there that you can just about see, and the arms go into it. Fold these down, and bam. I like that. That is good. Like that. That is really good. I like that. I can get past the block because that's Devastator's head. Next, last, is Mixmaster. This thing has such a good conversion. Make sure the head's straight. Fold up the chest halfway. Fold up the arms like you do on a hook. Make sure they're straight. Peg them in there. Make sure they're full. And then unpeg that, twist that out, and then put it back down. That's good. I like doing that. Fold this back up and peg them in on the arms. Untab these. Peg those down there. Again, do the same for the other foot. Tab them together. Sometimes it doesn't like to tab together. There we go. Now, up, down, and then unpeg these. This one, there we go. And that goes down. And make sure that they tab in down there where you can give us tabs. Make sure that they, hold on. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Tab in, and then fold these down there. Then lock the hands over. And that is solid. That is really solid. So now I'm just going to put them all into their combined modes. You're going to do this. This bit takes me forever because I've got no nails. Ow. Hold on. Tool. 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 There we go. Tool. Make sure they're like this. Fold that down. And then put them back over like that. Then you're going to untap that. Make sure that stays pegged in. Fold it up. And then make sure that tabs in. And then fold that down. And take the ankle like that. That is good. I like doing that. Scrapper. Fold up. Fold this down. I like that because it's way more solid than Combiner was. Fold these down. Tap them in like that. Like this. Untab. Fold. Turn this around, sorry. Yeah. Then separate them like that for the combine mode. Next up are the arms. Bone crusher is really simple. Just untab, fold that down like that, and tab those back together. Fold this down, put that up, and then there's the arm, and then you get from long call like that. Scavenger. I keep wanting to call him Scrapper, but I'll call him Scavenger. Fold that up. Do the same for this. Tab that. Fold it down, and then do that. There we go. Then we come back with long call. Do this. Untap those. Fold them up. Twist the arms so that this goes onto this peg. Tap it in. Do the same on the other. Get with. Then you do this. Fold this down. The legs have came undone. Hold on. There we go. Then do this. And then skadoosh. Straighten everything up, and that's him in combine mode. That's really simple and really fun to do. Right. Hook. I'm going to take this off because it'll be easier. You don't have to, but it'll be easier. Fold this across. Get. Well done. Get this out. Make sure it pegs. Untab. Fold over. Untap the hands. Fold in the fists. Make sure they're like that. Untap the head. Accordion these out. And then rotate them around so that they're like this. This bit can be a pain. There we go. Then make sure that stays there. Tap that in. Fold out the head. Bam. Oh, I do that. There we go. I'm going to do the rest off camera because this video is going to be too long. And after a pretty quick conversion, and it's kind of simple as well, you're left with this as a result. Solid, I know. So just to save you watch time, I'm just going to run through its possibility. Right, oh, I just can't get over that head sculpt. Oh my, right. Swivel at the head. You could get it to look up if you wanted to, but it looks a bit funny. You can use hooks, articulation if you want, but yeah. Moving to the arms. Yeah, there we go. Swivel all the way around. Stuck on the wall. There we go. Out to the side. This likes to come off quite a bit. Oh my god, I don't know why. Little under 90 degrees. Well, not really a little, it's actually quite a lot. But you can't really do much. Biceps swivel. You can kind of butterfly this in if you wanted to, but that's kind of pointless. Wrist swivel, opening hands. I love those hands, they're so good. Waist swivel, can only swivel to there because it gets locked due to the big backpack. Then moving down to the hip, you've got forwards ratchet. Ow. A little bit back, not too much though because of the backpack. Out to the side, swivel, 90-degree bend of a knee, ankle rotation. Really clicky ratchets. I like that. Everything's falling apart. There we go. I mean, really solid figure. I like it very much. Then if you bring in the gun from Scrapper, I keep wanting to say Scavenger. Why? But he's fair grip on it, I suppose, but it's not the best. So yeah, but yeah, it looks good with him. I'll say that much. Even though the individuals have their limits, I can say I'm more than happy with this result. It all makes up for it in the combine mode, so if you just want a really good looking Devastator, I'd recommend this, SS86, it's really solid. The head sculpt on it is really good too. Just look at that, this disgusted scowl, it's amazing. I mean, the whole sculpt of the figure is just super. I mean, you can't get any better than it. And he's also bigger than the majority of most modern combiners like Menasor and Superion, so that's good to see. Wrapping up on this review then, I can say he's a great figure. I mean, he's just perfect. The individuals have their limits, but they make up for it in combine mode, so that makes it all worth it. And for the 210 odd you're paying for it, you get a really good and hefty figure as well. He's about 2.5 pounds ish, but he's good. He's really good. But that's my look at SS86 Devastator. Make sure to subscribe, but that's up to you. I don't mind, to be fair. But anyways, I'll see you in the next video. Let me know if you do want me to do more reviews like these, so let me know that. And I'll see you in the next video.